Good day, everyone. I'm Adla. Today, Alpha Consultation Group is going to present about site service marketing strategy analysis. Before going into the topic, I would like to introduce my team members: Jiffy, Clinton, Shaijo, Femi, and of course me. Thank you for being here. Now, I would like to start by explaining about Site Service Company profile. Since May 2021, they are known as Vision and Hearing Support, and they are based in South Tyneside and Gateshead. It's actually a local charity working with those who are blind, partially sighted, deaf, or hard of hearing. And they provide service like enablement, rehabilitation, low vision services, vision support project, living well with sight loss. Now, site service benefit from two types of market segmentation: psychographic market segmentation, as their service is focused towards people with visual impairment and those who are deaf or hard of hearing. Secondly, geographic segmentation, as site service only operates in Gateshead and South Tyneside. Site service is targeting towards people with visual impairment and those who are deaf and hard of hearing in the Gateshead and Tyneside. So now, if we talk about positioning in the market, the site service has adequate presence as they are trusted and known for their high standards. But the secondary analysis reveals that Henso has a better market position in comparison to site service, as they have over 170 years of experience, as well as have a strong presence in the North England. If we talk about marketing, hen shows have a strong online presence with their blog and social media accounts, all of which are updated frequently. On the other hand, site service has low brand awareness, underutilized marketing communication channels, and ineffective digital marketing to sufficiently attract new users to the organization. Now let's analyze site service marketing strategy in 4 P's aspect. First, price. We try to get their price list, but there is nothing in their website. We try to calling, no one attended our call. And product, they have a unique and it targets a particular market segment. However, substitutes are available from its competitors. Place, the office for site service is situated in a business center in Gateshead, which is away from the city center. Thus, the business will not benefit from many footfalls, which can affect increasing brand awareness adversely, especially when they have a weak online presence. However, they does have centers across the Gateshead and South Tyneside. Also, the location of centers difficult to access, made worse by mobility issues suffered by some visually impaired people. Promotion, they does not seem to offer any discount at the moment. We couldn't get any details from their website. So now I would like to hand over to Femi. Thank you.
Thank you, Adila. My name is Femi Lukum. I shall be talking about current marketing strategies for site services. And we have the strategic technique called SWOT analysis. For the strengths, they have good reputation, they are well trusted, they are known to have high standards. And the second one, they have high customer satisfaction, which can be traced back to getting good feedback from their customers. They tend to offer numerous services to all age groups, ranging from young to elderly, professionals, and well-established organizations, being the largest in the Northeast for sight loss people. And the 50% of their board of directors are visually impaired, as many of its staff as well. For the opportunities, prospectively, they tend to engage with users directly and to build long-term relationships with people that can tend to incorporate their feedback into the system. They can also build and publicize their popular services such as My Service, My Site, My Future. And for their weaknesses, they have low demand of facilities, their website is not accessible and is not attractive to general public as well. They have limited marketing resources, they have low brand awareness, they have underutilized marketing communication channels. Their company is called Site Services, but website says Vision and Hearing Support. This can also cause brand confusion. For their threats, they tend to rely majorly on grants and fundings, which can affect them when governments make their policies. Location of centers deter new users and current users from accessing their on-site services. Their trained staffs tend to leave the organizations, and this is associated with older people, which can also limit younger people from accessing them. We have the next slide. An audit of the UK volunteering sector. This is a typographical design that tends to explain this. And for the next slide, we are going to be talking about the market segmentation. According to a statistical platform called UK Civil Society Almanac 2020, the voluntary sector contributed £18.2 billion to the UK economy in 2017/18, and voluntary organizations in the UK have employed over 909,000 people in 2019. For the Southeast has the highest proportion of charities, while the Northeast has the lowest. So we have segmented by behavioral segmentation, as each charity will have a different cause they are working towards. For example, some are working towards climate change, some towards improving lives of the less able, some towards cancer research. And according to Mintel 2021 reveals that voluntary sector remains a much smaller sector compared to public or private sectors at 33% of the workforce. The voluntary sector has grown to be the fastest between 2020 to 2021. Thank you. I'll hand over to Shaijo. Thank you.
My name is Shaijo and I'm here explaining compound annual growth rate. The industry has declined at a compound annual rate of 2.7% over the 5 years to an amount of 49.4 billion. And the consumer confidence and disposable incomes were constrained, leading to a gradual deterioration in voluntary donations. Furthermore, according to IBISWell, UK volunteering sector expected to grow by 4% in the year 2025. In addition to that, industry revenue is expected to grow in the current year as confidence returns. Therefore, it can be argued that the UK volunteering sector is a growing sector and an attractive sector to the market. Basel analysis. First one, political factor. Over-reliance on grants and funding making the main source of income susceptible to changes in government policies, regulations and the economy. Environmental factors. The business waste are nowadays reduced to a lower level. Social factors. Being associated to an older people charity which may limit its appeal to younger people. Technological factors. Nowadays people are more used by social media, but the site services are having little to no online presence. Legal factors. Ensuring the business operates abiding all relevant legislations. Economical factors. If economic conditions are adverse, grants and fundings might be lower for the company. Next one, Porter's 5 forces. First one, power of customers. The bargaining power of site service customers is high because there are many organizations and charity in the north side, especially in Newcastle and Gateshead area. So the customers can have different listing from more companies. Bargaining power of suppliers is high for the company. It's because the company workers as the suppliers need a highly qualified and highly knowledgeable people to operate their charity. And the threat of new entry to the market is low. It's because the companies who operates in north side known as Henshaws and site services have been established for many years. Therefore, it will be very hard for a new entry to enter the market. Threat of substitutes. For these site services, it is high because there are many charities in the UK that operates with people who are blind, partially sighted, deaf or hard of hearing. competitive delivery. Due to there being many other charities that offer the same services as site service, thus the degree of existing competitive delivery is relatively high.
Hello everyone, my name is Clinton Burks, and now I'm going to explain the competitor analysis of the UK volunteering sector. This industry has no major players with a market share of greater than 5%. The market size is £45 billion. The number of businesses involved in this sector are more than 300,000, and the industrial employment is above 800,000. Some of the biggest companies involved in this volunteering sector are Cancer Research UK, Oxfam, Bernardo, Save the Children Fund. Now I'm going to suggest some of the recommendations and marketing plan for this UK volunteering sector in order to improve their reach among the audiences. Here are some of the recommendations to site services in order to improve their brand awareness among the general audience. The first one among them is to improve their website. At present, the website of site services is not very accessible to visually impaired people, and it is not visually attractive to the general public as well. The company is called Site Services, but the website says it's a vision and hearing support, which may of course create a brand confusion among the people. The second one is to increase their online presences, that is online activity on their social media pages like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Increasing their online presence will enable to increase brand awareness and help utilize digital marketing. At present, site services are mainly focused on older people as their target audience, but increasing their presence on social media will help younger people be attracted to their brand. Increasing the online presence also engages with users and build long-term relationships. Now, some of the recommendations to the whole UK volunteering sectors are adapting to the technological change, such as using electronic payments. Using electronic payments will increase consumer convenience. Increased consumer convenience means more consumers will be willing to use your services. The second one is increasing presence with regards to mobile marketing. Text to donate services are easy to use and have low cost. It also allows charities to engage with their audience at exactly the moment it's happening, which basically means the targeted audience, if they have donated, they could increase the brand awareness by spreading the news on their social media apps, such as if they have donated, they could tweet using Twitter. If they have taken pictures with fundraisers, they could put it on Instagram and spread it to other followers as well, which basically increase the following for the UK volunteering sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Clinton. We first begin by investigating some financial ratios of the company, and the first would be the debt ratio. Debt ratio indicates the percentage of a company's assets that are provided by debt. It is obtained by finding the ratio of total debt to total assets. Hence, Site Service has a debt ratio of 0.5%, which could be considered to be relatively safe. We further considered Site Services ratio of their marketing expenses to their revenue from 2013 to 2015. From the diagram below, it can be observed that there is a significant difference between Site Service and that of its competitors. For instance, in 2015, Site Service spent less than 1% of its revenue on market promotion. Hence, we could therefore conclude that the company has a low brand awareness and online presence. Also, the company recorded a decrease in turnover ratio from 2019 to 2020. With the inevitable effects of the present COVID-19 pandemic, there could be a further decrease in the turnover. Hence, some of the recommendations include 1. Investing 10% of their revenue to improve their website, and also increasing their social media presence, namely Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, with a 10% investment from their 2020 revenue. This could appear to be a low amount of investment. However, with the company's revenue also declining, it could be the best to appropriately apportion marketing investments to a lower pace. Thank you. The next slide contains all the references used.